And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again another day committed to picking a fight with the mainstream media and providing you the timely truth centered around real estate, credit, finance, estate planning, tax planning, self-defense, and so much more. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show, and our number one goals are to educate, entertain, enlighten, but most importantly, we want to engage you in an effort to help you win in any marketplace.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
Now, we want you to pull out your smartphone, save our Consumer Advocate hotline number in your phone. At some point, you're going to need it. 813-670-7372.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
813-670-7372. Don't forget our number. Bookmark our website, consumerqb.com. consumerqb.com. A plethora of information available for you. You can watch our live stream television show version by clicking on the live stream. You can submit the form. The contact form will come directly to myself and our producers, and we're going to make sure we answer any questions you have. Now, most importantly, you can see 80-plus show partners there on our website. All of our 80-plus show partners, CPAs, financial advisors, real estate experts, health experts, folks that can help you live a better life and avoid a lot of the commission-based advice that's so prevalent in our community out there, making you more street smart here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, Intelligent Talk Radio, and I've got some intelligent folks here in studio with me today. Thomas King, CEO of Florida Firearms Academy. Welcome back in, sir.
Hello, and thanks for having me back, Brandon.
Yes, sir. What are we going to talk about today?
We're going to talk about a little bit about home defense and what you can do for all these crazy things that are actually going on out there right now.
Yeah, exactly. Self-defense, home defense, especially the folks over in Seminole Heights, they're, kind of wondering what's going on. And so we're going to talk about self-defense here, Florida Firearms Academy. Also, Louise Harris in the house, president of Last Research and Editing. Welcome back in, Louise.
Hi, Brandon. I'm glad to be here. And I wanted to, in light of Thanksgiving, I wanted to talk about shopping small, especially for public relations. And other things. Shopping
small and shopping local, right? Yeah.
Right, yes.
So shop local, support your local community. That's one of our big resounding words of wisdom here on the show is to local lenders, local real estate companies, local firearms academies. Buy local here. That's the way to support your local economy and your local charities and everything as well. It's going to all help us all grow through that. So we definitely want to emphasize that here. And as you know, I'm the owner of Platinum MVP Realty and a top listing agent here in Tampa Bay. I got a couple of hot listings I want to let you know about. I've got 14465 Tanglewood Drive in Largo. This is a great property in the Bay Hills subdivision. It's 4 bedrooms, 4 bath, just reduced. The owner is very motivated here. It's a beautiful corner lot, and you've got a price tag of about $550,000 for over 3,500 square feet with a beautiful extra car garage as well, 2-car garage, workshop as well. Pool home in Largo, Florida, as well as Timberland Point Drive, 10217 Timberland Point Drive in Tampa. This is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath property, $344,000 list price, 3,900 square feet total, completely upgraded, beautiful flooring, beautiful cabinets, and 2 hot listings here. Platinum MVP Realty in beautiful Tampa Bay, Florida. And let's give a shout out to Felicia Lacalle with Healthy Gourmet meal plan starting at $90 a week. Optimal fuel, optimal performance from Healthy Gourmet. Shout out to Felicia Lacalle. She's the CEO and founder. Organic veggies, natural proteins delivered fresh 3 times a week. And meal plan starting at $90. So you get 10 meals delivered per week, $90. And I love it when Monday, Wednesday, Friday roll around. I've got a brand new shipment of this beautiful food delivered directly to my home or office. And I've got great food to carry with me in my vehicle if I'm running around in appointments. And if not, I warm it up on my stovetop, trying to stay away from the microwaves nowadays. But being healthy, and what else do you have in this world if you don't have your health? Healthy Gourmet, longtime friend of the program. Back here in studio, helping you win in any marketplace, Thomas King. He's the CEO of Florida Firearms Academy, and self-defense, carrying a firearm, understanding how to use the firearms. It's an important part of our society today.
It absolutely is, and the way what we're going to talk about is home defense. And what you can do right now is go on Facebook, look up Florida Firearms Academy. Like us on Facebook. You will see all our events, our parties, our instructions, our classes. That way you can sign up for exactly what you're looking for. We do everything from beginners to tactical to home defense to competitions to custom builds and things like that. But we're going to talk a little bit about home defense. And there's, also this big hype right now about more shootings going on. Seminole Heights. It's just crazy out there. What you guys need to do is help out all the people, the first responders, the policemen, everyone out there that's putting in the long hours to keep you safe. Please give them the information. I know there's a huge reward out there right now. What is it, $91,000?
I saw that, yeah.
I think that reward should go to the guys that are actually out there watching every day, trying to catch this guy, if you have any information, just go out there and let them know. If it was in my neighborhood, I would get the whole neighborhood together. We would be out on shifts. We'd be watching things. We don't want a reward. We just don't want our kids or our mom or to be the next victim.
Yeah.
It could be yours. If you're not going to help out, then you don't know if this guy's not profiling people. He's just killing people. And that's not a good thing at all. So we don't know what his motive is.
We think it's gang related.
People
some
are
of our,
saying that.
Yeah. Inductions.
From what I've heard also is the police do have some really good information, some really good leads. I think at this time they may even have the name of the person that they think did it. We've talked to a few police officers, and they're not going to give us everything, and of course, but some people do believe it is gang related, and I'm sure there is a lot of that going on around there. It's been going around since gangs started, so we just don't know right now.
Yeah, you never know, and that's the thing. You got to be careful. You got to carry. I'm a concealed permit holder. To each his own out there. Some people are, oh no, I don't want a gun. I don't want a gun around me. Well, they want the gun around when they need help. So, what's your word on wisdom on that, Thomas? When it comes to carrying a concealed permit, being careful, defending your home at minimum.
Having a concealed carry permit comes with a lot of responsibility. You need to know the laws. You need to know how to operate this firearm correctly, safely, and naturally. You can't, if you're scared of it, then don't do it.
Right.
I would also tell people, that have concealed weapon permits, if you're that guy in the car that's always screaming at every car, then maybe you shouldn't be carrying a firearm.
Right.
I mean, honestly, you got to ask yourself, do you really need to be? The only time that you should have a firearm is because you want to protect yourself or your family. There is no good time to pull that firearm unless your life or your family's life in danger. You'd never whip out a firearm because you're mad because someone cut you off, or if you have that kind of mentality, or you don't need to be carrying a firearm, or you just need to double check yourself. Maybe get some anger management classes or whatever.
Right.
But seriously, that's how things get started, and that's how people get shot. They think, well, I'll pull my gun out and scare this guy. Well, you know what? Most people are taught if you pull your gun out, you're going to use your firearm. Don't pull it out to scare people.
Don't pull it unless you're going to use it.
You're going to use it, and that's to protect your life, and your life is in danger, or your family's life. So.
Yeah, and if you subscribe to these alerts that come to your phone, I sign up to the different alerts text systems that come. You see the home invasions, you see the kidnapping, the robberies. You see these things happen right here in our own area, and it's kind of funny how people will have this general perception of the world. They'll think, well, something negative, something bad. Oh, it won't happen to me. Like, oh, I'll never get cancer. I'll never be in that situation.
Right.
But then they go out and buy a lottery ticket, and then they have the completely opposite side of, oh, I'm going to win
it's
this
only
time.
60 million.
Yeah, yeah.
1 in 60 billion or so. Yeah. That's the whole thing. You need to be the guy that makes sure that takes these proper steps that these things don't happen to you.
That's right.
Not just, hey, it's not going to happen to me. Like myself personally, they did a survey on all these people that broke into people's houses, and they asked every one of them honestly, what was your real opinion? What was the deterrent that made you not go in? Was it cameras? Was it lights? Or was it the security sign? The number one thing was they saw a beware of dog sign. There's no one's going to stop that.
I heard that before.
And the second, what the second thing was? Having your bathroom light on. Not any other lights, just your bathroom light. Because no one just leaves the bathroom light on. You're only in there for a little bit. You turn it back off. You keep on all your front door lights and all that. That doesn't bother. They see the bathroom light on. They said they'd never go in that house. That means someone's really home. So that's kind of interesting too. So these little things that you can do, actually have lights out, or talk to your neighbors, or make sure you pick up your newspaper or whatever it may be. Make sure your house looks occupied, so people will go, oh, I will have to go to the next house. So
Yeah, it's interesting. You think about, the ability to defend yourself, and that's one of the rights that we have here in the great nation of America. And if you just joined us, by the way, I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. We're talking with Thomas King. He's the CEO of Florida Firearms Academy right here in the Oldsmar area, Tampa, Florida. Find him on Facebook, facebook.com /Florida Firearms Academy as well, and a lot of great events coming up. But one of the things that we have that is a great right of ours is the right to bear arms. So when it comes to that, there's lots of different ways you can do it, different sizes of guns. It doesn't have to be something that's huge, but something that's going to be able to defend yourself if you get in that position where you're getting robbed or carjacked or whatever situation might be.
Absolutely. And look at all these people right now. I don't know how much it costs the city right now to have all these police enforcements and all these first responders over there, especially, to monitor everything that's going on. But I'm sure it's a lot. If that whole community can come together, they don't even need a reward. They'll be able to catch them personally themselves, or just help these people. These guys are out there fighting for your life and making sure you're home safe and all that good stuff. They can give you many good tips for home defense and what you can do. If you don't have a firearm, that's great. Practice with something like mace, or practice with, a lot of people use wasp spray. It shoots really far. Mm-hmm. It'll melt your eyeballs. I mean, just make sure you know how to use it, try it, practice it. Even Negan, what does he use? A bat.
Yeah.
Negan. Well, there's a lot of different ways you can use home defense. You can do your own security. You don't need a security system. A lot of people use fake cameras for their house. So, if I was a bad guy and I saw a camera, I would not want to go to that house. So, fake or not, I don't know. I'm not going to. They won't put their lives in danger for it. This guy that's going out there right now, or it could be gang related, because we don't know. There's so many different kinds of things. But now they're seeing more and more videos of the same guy come out. And a lot more people are actually turning in their home camera videos of what they have and what they've caught. So, this is a real deal. If this happens in every city and neighborhood, then, everybody really needs to come by. The only time this guy's going to get caught is there's going to be a good guy with the firearm there to take this guy down or to stop him.
Yeah, that's right.
No one else going to be able to stop him.
That's right. Stay with us here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. More from Thomas King, CEO, Florida Firearms Academy. We're going to talk more about his location on West Hillsborough Avenue there as well, where you can go in and rent guns for the day, use different types of guns, shoot your gun, and get your concealed. There's lots of things you can do over at the Academy. Also, Louise Harris in studio as well. She's the president of Last Research and Editing, talking about some marketing, press releases, and seasonally appropriate advice as well with shopping small. And stay with us here. More from our expert contributors, the Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
Hey, this is Grant Cardone, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show, hosted by my friend Brandon Rhymes. Do not touch that dial. I'll come right through the radio and grab your throat.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at ConsumerQB.com.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear sounds of nature. Because you deserve to relax on vacation. Visit Pasco County, Florida.
You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, the Consumer Quarterback Show, owner of Platinum MVP Realty and a top listing agent in Tampa Bay. Check us out. Check out our new book on Amazon, Become the MVP in Your Industry by Surfing the Radio Waves. We'd love for you to check out that, buy a copy, let us know what you think about it. We're real excited about the partnership with Ken Shamrock. That's right.
You got a suit on with the
board shorts.
I see.
With the board shorts, yeah.
I see. That's great.
Surfing the radio waves, right? Yeah.
Great.
So having some fun there with the book and partnered up with Ken Shamrock as well. Des Woodruff, Lindsay's on this new project as well. Real excited about that. And got a couple of hot listings I want to let you know about here in Tampa Bay. This one's in the old northeast section of downtown St. Petersburg. It's St. Petersburg, 215 12th Avenue Northeast in St. Petersburg. 4 bedrooms, 5 bath, and it's a beautiful custom-built home, SIPS panel housing, and it's $1.1 million, $1.19 million for over 3,688 square feet. A great buying opportunity here in beautiful Tampa Bay. Check them out online at platinummvprealty.com. And we got 3610 Casablanca Avenue, St. Pete Beach, Don Cesar, just north of the Don Cesar subdivision there, just south of the Hotel Zamora, this duplex. It's right across the street from the beach, and it's a rare find. These properties don't come available very often. $600,000, great buying opportunity, almost 2,000 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 and 1/2 bath. And beautiful Tampa Bay listings here, compliments of Platinum MVP Realty. And we're back here in studio helping you win in any marketplace. Coming up in our feel-good story of the week, we've got Enterprise Rent-A-Car donates $30 million to protect and preserve riders in the U.S. and internationally. And here we are in studio. We got our Name That Tune coming up later as well. Thomas King, he's the CEO of Florida Firearms Academy. Louise Harris, president of Last Research and Editing. So let's talk with Louise now. Let's shift gears. We're talking, first segment about self-defense. Now we're talking a little bit of marketing, public relations, PR.
Right. And how you can defend your company.
Yeah.
What I'd like to say is that Saturday is a Small Business Saturday, which means that you're supposed to shop local and in your hometown. And that there's nothing more important than finding a local public relation representative, because you could buy from the national companies, but you're going to overpay. They're not going to know your business. Mm-hmm. They're not going to build a relationship with you or even the media. And you do need that. You need that dual relationship. You need to have the relationship with the media editors. You need to have the relationship with your clients as well. So you really, if by buying local, you get that personality. You get that relationship, and they get to know your business, and then they can give you advice for how to get public relations and attention from the media because they know you.
Yeah,
But-
supporting the local economy is such a key component. I talk to a lot of different buyers. They call me on my 40-plus listings every day. And when I'm talking to a buyer and they say, I'm going to get pre-qualified through my bank or this national bank, the big banks on the corner. And I don't have to name the names, you know them.
Right.
But, it just something inside me says, man, it's just, it doesn't feel like the right thing to do, because what we're doing is those are the guys, those big bankers, those are the ones that took our bailout money as citizens and then funded themselves to buy all of the best, the
Small
best
banks.
corner,
Right,
buying small banks, but then they're also buying the best corner real estate locations because they created this downturn in an economy where they were able to go in and basically just eat up the best corners in the United States. So I hate supporting the big companies, the big banks.
And
that regard.
often when you go to a big bank like that, they're going to turn you down because you don't have the right requirements for
Sure.
that loan. So it's better to have a local mortgage broker, and it's better to have
right.
a local real estate agent and somebody who knows the area
That's right.
and the local media.
How many times
right.
you go into a business and you go, I love that store, and you forget about the store, and 3 months later they're closed down.
Yeah.
So you got to support these guys. I mean, they're living paycheck to paycheck too.
That's right. The local mom and pops, the local lenders, and they're going to support also the local charities as well.
Right.
Absolutely.
And speaking of local charities, one of my clients is Women with Purpose, and they are joining with Tampa Bay Networkers to have a holiday party to fundraise for them. But all the money with Women with Purpose goes to women who have cancer, who need to pay the rent, the lights, the electricity, the groceries.
Yep.
So all of their money stays local, and I just think that's wonderful.
Yeah, that's great. You look at certain companies that will do that, reinvest in the community, and on the lending side, Mario Larea, MI Mutual Mortgage, one of our best lenders here in Tampa Bay, Jason Brooks as well. Jason Brooks eMortgage Management, two local lenders, local guys, local families that are here in the market. So back on that talking point here, Louise Harris here, last research and editing on the Consumer Quarterback Show. I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. So she's talking about shopping small as it relates to public relations.
Right. So, as I said, that you need to have a local, you need to hire someone local because that person will know the local media.
Right.
That person will get to know your business and be able to market it in the way that it should be. But if you hire a national company, you're just going to be one name in thousands, and
Right.
they're not going to care.
You're going to meet a new friend
Yeah.
if you go to these stores. I mean,
Right.
That's just how it is. We want to be your friend.
Right.
That's right. Yeah, so you're shopping locally. No, so when you think about public relations, when our listeners out there think about PR and public relations, how can this help someone in their business?
Well, there's a lot of misconception that you send out a press release and immediately the editor is going to say, hey, I'll do a story on you, and I'm going to get thousands of dollars because they did a story on me. That isn't exactly how it works. I mean, it could work that way, but it doesn't.
That's the minority of the time.
Right,
Very
that's
small
the
minority.
very small minority. Generally, what you're doing when you send out a press release is you're helping them with brand awareness. You're helping the editors get to know who you are.
Right.
So then maybe after the sixth one, then they want to do a story on you. And then they will increase your revenue because then you have a feature in a newspaper or a feature on a TV, and then people get to know you that way. But it's also not a one shop and that's it. And I mean, you have to do press releases in conjunction with radio, with your social media, with your print, with your online marketing, with your ads. All of that works together. It's
Right.
not, you can't just do one thing and expect something to happen.
And you look at what you can do as well as you look on Twitter, you look on Facebook, you see what's trending. You find out
Right.
what is the cool story that most people are already thinking about, talking about at the water cooler. And then if you have a business that you can easily attach to that story in a way that's going to do something positive for the environment.
Right. For example, like since we're talking about the shootings that are happening in the Tampa area,
Yeah.
That's me.
Tom King could do a press release saying that he has a solution to prevent home invasion. or
Right.
We're doing a
injuries.
lot right now for
So-
charity for them.
Right.
now.
So it would be a way of taking that news story that's horrible
Yeah.
and spinning it so it helps your business.
Flip a negative to a positive. I like
Right.
that. Yeah, and there's ways that you can. The more strategic you can be with it, and you're almost going to that reporter and you're saying, "Hey, here's something that might help you.
This might help you write your story.
Yeah,
right.
It might make your job a little bit easier. Let me just spoon feed this to you." Yeah,
and that again is the advantage you would get with local. I would understand that he's trying to maximize the news coverage for the local area based on what's happening,
right?
And I would be able to spin it based on that. So
I always believe what you give will come back to you anyways. So
absolutely,
we try to do this turkey shoot we're doing this weekend. All that's going to go to the Trinity security. That's for the churches. That church shooting that just happened, and these guys actually help the security for churches, and these churches are changing their minds about, hey, we do need to actually start carrying firearms in our churches now.
Absolutely. Speaking of that, we're coming into our next break, but I wanted to go ahead and plug. You got a Black Friday. You got doors opening at 9 a.m. over at Florida Firearms Academy. Yes. What can people expect when they go in there?
They're going to see some crazy prices on Glocks that are like $99. Or we're going to have some. Wow. We have a bunch of used firearms that we're just bringing all out of the vault. And that's what's going to go out on sale. And also memberships will be on sale. And most apparel.
Nice. Nice, I like that. That sounds awesome. You get a nice firearm
while
at $99.
Supplies last.
While they last, absolutely.
Because they will go quick.
Awesome. All right, Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show. Thomas King, CEO, Florida Firearms Academy. Louise Harris, President of Last Research and Editing. And when we come back, our feel-good story of the week. Enterprise Rent-A-Car donates $30 million to protect and preserve riders in the United States and internationally. And also our Name That Tune. We're going to have some fun here. Name That Tune. Our songs are from the 90s this week. So stay with us. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, this is Jarek Robbins. You are listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show with Brandon Rhymes. Please do what it takes to learn all that you have to live the life you want to live it fully, and find a way to give it by paying it forward to others.
Get in touch with Brandon online at consumerqb.com. Listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, the Consumer Quarterback Show, owner of Platinum MVP Realty and a top listing agent here in Tampa Bay. Former USF football player, longtime quarterback on our sports teams. Now we're quarterbacking introductions to our 80-plus show partners that we have here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Consumer Quarterback Show, helping you win. Quarterbacking introductions to our partners, 80-plus partners here, CPAs, financial advisors, attorneys, all types of experts that we can help you win in marketing and self-defense, as well as quarterbacking transactions for our sellers out there. Any sellers looking to maximize the profits on the sale of their real estate, we want you reaching out to consumerqb.com, platinummvprealty.com, and our hotline at 813-670-7372, 813-670-7372. And we're giving a shout out to Two Maids and a Mop, our official cleaning company here at the Consumer Quarterback Show. They provide excellent service, and a clean house helps you feel better. It's going to have you healthier, and they offer Two Maids and a Mop offers free cleaning to cancer patients here. And with Two Maids and a Mop, your approval rating matters. They pay a rate for the staff being based on your evaluation. So if you need a cleaning, Two Maids and a Mop it is. Reach out to Two Maids and a Mop here, official cleaning partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. We're back here in studio helping you win in any marketplace. Thomas King, CEO, Florida Firearms Academy. And check them out on Facebook. You can see all their events coming up. And Louise Harris, president of Last Research and Editing as well. She's a local PR expert here in Tampa Bay, helping us with a lot of our press releases and things of that nature as well. We talk about shopping small as it relates to public relations here. And a correction on our feel-good story, it's Enterprise Rent-A-Car donates $30 million to protect and preserve rivers in the United States and internationally. So
that sounds a lot better.
That's like those brain games. You ever see that show? Like some of the stuff your brain does, and you know it's got, it's funny when you see that. But back here in studio, hoping you win in any marketplace. Let's go ahead and jump right back into it. So let's go back to Thomas King here on the self-defense thing. We're talking, self-defense, carrying a permit. You got the Black Friday event coming up, man. You got pistols coming in.
Got all kinds of fun stuff. But concealed weapons permits. Please abide by the rules. And you know what? Right now, over there in Seminole Heights and all that, there's a lot of people out there. Give them a water. Give them something. Help them out. Mm-hmm. So ask them if you've seen anything. Just let them know. If you want this to stop, you and you alone with the community can help stop this immediately. So.
That's right. With all these different shootings you see nationally, throughout the nation in different ways, you want to be able to protect yourself, protect your family. So let's say, Thomas, somebody's thinking, finally I'm going to break down. I'm going to go buy a gun. Mm-hmm. What's that process look like? What should they do?
Well, a lot of people will just go to the gun store and they will just say, here, it's the greatest gun. Don't go in there. We have, for $30, you can try up to 100 different good firearms. That way you're going to know exactly which firearm you like, because you may buy one because someone says it's great. It's not great. You're going to have to, just like we told before, you don't go buy a car because someone said that's a great car. You want to test drive it. Mm-hmm. You want to know that you're going to be able to, your hand's going to be able to fit it. You're going to be able to reach all the mechanics and the kick on it. You're going to want to know all these things. So once you finally get to that right firearm, then you can say, that's the one I want to get, or we'll have it there, or usually takes a day to 2 days to order it. And that way you're going to know how this firearm shoots. You're going to be able to shoot it well, and you're going to like it. So
yeah, that's great.
Don't waste your money on things that you don't know about.
Yeah, get in there and check it out. From time to time, also, you have the different automatic weapons in the Firearms Academy.
Have those. But that's just for fun. Yeah,
that was fun the other day.
Yeah, that was an event, but we always have full automatics in there because a lot of people have that on their bucket list. And you know what? Yeah. It's really, if you've never done it before, it's just a lot of fun. It's $35 if you want to try it. If not, then stick with the semi-automatics.
Yeah. Yeah, that was cool. I went in there and shot the other day when you guys had that event going on.
Had about 15, 20 different full autos in there.
Yeah,
that's a lot of fun.
That's pretty neat. Yeah. It was very neat. So folks can go in and visit you over at your location on West Hillsborough Avenue, kind of close to the racetrack road there, close to Tampa Downs.
Right by the flea market there.
The flea market,
you can't really see our store from Hillsborough. We're right behind Direct Tire, but once you get back there, you'll see a big giant building, and that's where we're at.
Yeah, absolutely. I highly recommend going in there, checking them out. Florida Firearms Academy on Facebook, facebook.com/Firearms Academy as well. Check them out and sign up for the events. Go check out the events. Got the big event coming up as well, the Black Friday sale. So check them out there. If you want to go take a look at the Black Friday sale, what are people going to expect when they walk in?
Well, from years before, we always have some really good deals right off the bat. So these people are right there waiting for the doors to open. When they come in and they get exactly what they want. That we're going to post it up on Facebook, what we have and some of the prices. A lot of the Facebooks don't let us do that, so we don't put prices on there. But on other forums and stuff, we can post up what we have and prices. So these people just come right in. There's going to be extra help there. They're going to be doing all the paperwork. You just say, I want this gun right here, and then they take it over and they go, here you go. That one's gone now. So there's only so many, that we have that are used, but we have quite a lot of shotguns, rifles, and a ton of pistols that we're bringing out. And once all that's gone, it's gone. But we also have a lot of bags and, cleaning things and paraphernalia for your firearms or customizing, gift certificates. And if you're looking to build or purchase any new firearms, we also have a bunch of new ones right now. Quincy's building right now a bunch of pistol ARs and things like that. So if you're looking to build your own AR class, Quincy has that. You build a firearm, your rifle with him, pick out what you want.
Wow.
That way you'll know exactly how to maintain it, take it apart, use it. And he's a great guy. I don't know if you all know him, but he's also on our Facebook page too. So
yeah, I met Quincy at our last party.
Yeah,
we had that gratitude party.
He's a funny guy.
Awesome.
That's so funny that they're standing in line for guns.
They are. You know what?
Yeah.
It's like the TVs. Once you get a good deal on one, you want to be. You're saving hundreds of dollars on these. So
yeah.
I remember a few years ago when in New York it was minus 30. I mean, it was 30 degrees or less than 30 degrees. And there was this line for Black Friday, and I was like, "Why would anyone do that?" They were in Walmart. It was a line for Walmart.
They're saving
this was
$10
before
so.
Walmart was 24.
Yeah.
They do have these TVs, like 50-inch TVs for $50. They'll have 5 of them, but that's all they have.
Yeah.
So that's what these people are waiting in line for. I think a lot of people just do it because it's fun. They go out with their family, and it's like a traditional thing.
Yep.
And just don't get trampled.
Yeah, exactly. Don't get in a fight
Be
like they do.
respectful, I mean, these are humans out there. Be respectful. And you don't know who has a firearm that carries. They could be the mad guy,
there was something.
Yeah.
I watched the documentary that was about Bitcoin the other night. That was pretty crazy.
There are some crazy stories about Bitcoin.
There was that Silk Road website where they, he had different types of drugs that he was selling. I think he had guns on there, and then it, so it's innovative in the fact that they're creating a system where you can exchange value, basically like a currency valuation of Bitcoins. And the cool thing was that it traded from computer to computer, so there's no place that hackers can go in and hack.
One.
So
there's many different coins like the Bitcoins now, and there's a market on it, and people are buying low and selling high, and you can do it in 1 minute and they're making tons of money doing this. Now something's going to bubble and burst here because you don't know if these are naked shorted coins, or you don't know what's really going on here.
The thing that I found interesting too is that our federal government, our the U.S. Federal Reserve. There's nothing federal about the Federal Reserve, right? It's just basically whoever, a bunch of millionaires back in the day said, "Hey, let's create this federal."
They don't even have $1 in their account.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So what I like about this is that it's actually interesting in the fact that it's not tied to a certain a country's currency.
Exactly.
Right. And so it could create a really cool dynamic where and there's I think it's trending. It's trending pretty hard.
It's happening.
Yeah.
Especially in other countries that don't have the hard currency.
Right.
They're turning to cyber currency.
Yeah, like Greece and some of the others.
American, our currency now, we're AA. We're not AAA rated anymore. I mean, our currency is going down, so people are looking for backup, precious metals, gold, Bitcoins, or what's an investment? You talk to me, I'll tell you what, firearms are an investment. I'll tell you some returns on people that paid $30 for a firearm, and now they're worth like $8,000. I mean, that's crazy stuff.
Yeah, you got to protect yourself. That's one thing for sure. And of course, we talk about real estate as an investment. It's a hard asset.
Absolutely.
It's insurable.
They don't make land anymore.
That's right. Yeah, they're not making any more Mother Earth. Yeah, exactly. If you just joined us, I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. We got Thomas King in studio. He's the CEO of Florida Firearms Academy. And also Louise Harris, president of Last Research and Editing. And you guys ready to name that tune?
Sure.
Let's jump in and name that tune here. All right, so we got tunes today are from the 90s. All right, so we got
You're
90s.
Smoke me on this.
All right, here we go.
I know what it is. You know what it is?
I mean, I know the song.
Who is it, Thomas?
It's somebody that sings that song.
Nirvana.
Yeah.
Nirvana.
He actually took his own life.
All right, here's another one.
All around the world, statues crumble for me. Who knows how long I've loved you?
We all know the song.
You know the
We
song,
can
but
sing
you don't know the names,
We
right?
could sing it wrong.
Sugar Ray.
Sugar Ray.
Sugar Ray. All right, here's one. You guys, you probably know this one.
All right, stop. Collaborate.
Oh, I know this guy. Is this 90s, really?
It's 90s.
Wow.
Grabs a hold of me.
It's that guy, he has something to do with. He's got some, they put it in your drink.
Turn off the lights.
Cocaine.
Ice. Okay. Isn't it vanilla ice?
I want to go where you're going. Vanilla Ice. Vanilla Ice. We got dancers back here, too.
Yeah, we're working it.
Vanilla Ice Baby. And then, all right, so number 4, our last song.
You know who this is?
We all know the songs. We
He's
just
going
don't
to
know
give you a hint.
We don't know the
He's got
artist.
to give you a hint at least.
It's something to do with traveling
Traveling.
in a color.
Oh my God.
Blues Traveler.
Blues.
Run around.
Winner.
Blues Traveler.
Did we get one at least?
Having some fun there.
Vanilla ice. Yeah, we got one.
We got Vanilla Ice, yeah.
That's something there.
All right, so we mix it up, have some fun, and so here we go. We're coming into our final segment. So when we come back, more from our expert contributors. Thomas King in studio. He's the CEO of Florida Firearms Academy. Louise Harris, president of Last Research and Editing, and more from our expert contributors. Also, our feel-good story of the week, our positive story of the week is Enterprise Rent-A-Car donates $30 million to protect and preserve rivers in the United States and internationally. Stay with us. Do not touch that dial. Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
Hey everybody, I'm Forbes Riley, celebrity TV fitness host and creator of The Spin Gym. I'm here today with Brandon Rhymes, and you're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show. Great ways to get happy, healthy, and wealthy.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at ConsumerQB.com. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at ConsumerQB.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP Realty, and helping you win in any marketplace. That is the goal of our show. Hot listing here on Clearwater Beach. This is 1024 Mandalay Avenue, Clearwater Beach, in the Mandalay subdivision. 2-bedroom, 2-bath property, over 2,200 total square feet. And it's a beautiful split floor plan property on North Clearwater Beach. And it's just minutes from the Gulf Coast, the Gulf of Mexico here. $749,000 just reduced, and it's a beautiful property, completely renovated on the inside. Beautiful property here. Great buying opportunity in Pinellas County. Clearwater Beach North there, 1024 Mandalay Avenue in Clearwater. Check it out. Great buying opportunity. PlatinumMVPRealty.com. And we're back here in studio helping you win in any marketplace. Giving a shout out to Signature Massage and Facial Spa. Are you looking for a place to get a massage or a facial at an affordable price but without having to sign up for membership? Look no further at Signature Massage and Facial Spa. They offer a 1-hour Swedish massage for $49.95. Always no contracts. Come in early during the early bird hours and receive an additional $10 off. And for those muscles and knots that need extra work, ask about getting a deep tissue or sports massage. And if skincare is what you're looking for, they have amazing facial and microderm packages. Check out Signature Massage and Facial Spa, 11248 West Hillsborough Avenue in Tampa, or call 813-925-8898. 925-8898 to schedule an appointment. All right, back here in studio, Thomas King, CEO, Florida Firearms Academy. Louise Harris in the house as well, president of Last Research and Editing. So for our listeners out there who may be a small business, they're a small business owner, they're wondering, how can I get in the press? How can I get in and maximize some of my press releases? What do you say to those folks?
Well, I usually want to sit down with them and find out if press releases are actually good for them, because not every business will benefit from a press release.
Right.
So I will talk to them, and if I recommend a press release, I will be honest with them, and I will say, don't expect this to happen immediately. You got to do this over time and build up a relationship. And I do what I do best, and that's to make sure the release is in the right format, because if it's not, people will throw it away. And I make sure it's in the headline is eye-catching and relates to something that's happening, because that increases their chances of getting feature pickup.
Yeah, that's important.
But even if an editor doesn't do a major story, what they will do sometimes is put a little brief in the business section, or they will put it in their calendar section. And all of those things are online and they're searchable. So even if you don't get a big story, you're still getting your name out there and you're still getting the attention.
Yeah. And they could probably keep you in their Rolodex for future comments on stories.
Yes.
When anything happens.
Then you build yourself as an expert, and they want to choose you as an expert. And again, if you hire someone local that understands all these things, then you will do better, and you will have more likely be picked up by the media and more likely get that attention that you need for your business.
I like it. Yep, absolutely. Staying positive here. We always try to bring you something positive in our Tell Me Something Good segment.
Tell me something good.
Okay, so Enterprise Rent-A-Car has donated $30 million to the Nature's Conservancy's efforts to preserve and protect rivers in the U.S. and internationally. The Nature Conservancy is a nonprofit that operates in 34 countries and all 50 U.S. states, and they will spend $60 million on river conservation globally for the next 5 years, says Shelley Lakely, a Nature Conservancy's managing director and Saving Rivers Strategy. This donation will make a significant impact on our mission, she says. We are at a critical point in the development of the world with population increases, and the need for people to work together is truly a tipping point. The 4 main areas of focus for Enterprise Rent-A-Car's donation include supporting efforts to reduce the amount of excess nutrient runoff that enters the Mississippi River and the Gulf of Mexico. The donation will help fund the restoration of watersheds and improve water quality on the Colorado River and in wetlands and major rivers in Canada and Europe. So even this story here, this is an example of a press release, right?
Right. Yes, it is.
Yeah. So they made a nice donation, and then they want to make sure everybody knows about the good work they've done.
Right.
Did you write that?
No, I didn't write it. but I have covered the environment, so I'm quite aware of Nature Conservancy. It's one of the larger environmental firms in the United States. So
that's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's really good. They're doing that. And what they're talking about, I guess, is some of the runoff. I grew up in a rural community where you have the farming, so you have all these different orange groves or tomato farms, and then the runoff is going to hit rivers, and then that's going to cause the blooming, right? The algae blooms and things.
They're talking about the fertilizer and the
Pesticides.
nutrients.
Yep.
When you have chicken farms and stuff like that, they're not regulated by EPA, they're regulated by agriculture. So they have different rules. And so the runoff is actually not, it's not required to prevent that, as it is if you're a real estate and you want to build a company on the space, then you have to follow EPA's runoff rules. But farms don't have to do that. So that's the reason for it.
Yeah, it's interesting. You look at that and some of the effects, and of course, you watch those documentaries. They'll explain a little bit more of that. But so, if you just joined us, I'm your host Brandon Rhymes. We've got Thomas King in studio, Louise Harris as well, and we're talking about ways that you can defend yourself, self-defense wise, with Florida Firearms Academy. Thomas King. So, what else are you seeing out there, Thomas?
Well, I think right now we have more and more ladies that are coming in, purchasing firearms, learning about firearms, learning how to use a firearm correctly, safely, and they're getting their concealed weapons permit because their husbands aren't always home. They may have kids, they may be single parents. They want to take care of themselves. They want to make sure if anybody comes in their house, they can steal whatever they want, but as soon as they put their family's life in danger or their kid or themselves, it's game on. And now they're as tough as anybody out there because they have a firearm and they know how to use it.
Yeah, that's important. I think that's a big part of it, especially in society.
We have right now all women's tactical classes taught by Miss Rose. These ladies are coming in learning how to move and shoot multiple targets. Many different drills that make them a very lethal weapon if they want to be. Also, it's an Olympic sport. You can do these things too. So we have competitions for fun. So, any way you want to look at it, shooting is a fun game for us, but for many, it's defensive and a way of life.
Absolutely. I love it.
The lightning round!
Lightning round.
I am so good at lightning rounds!
I majored in lightning rounds.
All right, here we go. Top tips, nuggets of advice, parting words of wisdom. Let's start right here with Thomas King.
Me, okay. Well, I personally think that if you're a criminal in today's society, you better think twice because there's a camera on every little street corner, everybody's house, everybody's cell phone. You're going to get caught, and if you want to do the crime, you're going to do the time.
Yeah, absolutely. Louise Harris.
Hi. I want to say thank you to all my clients for their business, especially this time of year. I think it's important to do that.
Right.
I also want to plug a holiday fundraiser for the Women with Purpose. It's on December 4th at Fat Cat Cavern in Largo, I think. And it's from 5 to 8, and it's $15 at the door.
It's Fat Cat?
Fat Cat.
Fat Cat.
Very cool. Awesome. Let's do another round here. So, parting words of wisdom.
Last thing is, I would say, hey, you know what? Put your cell phone down. There's a time and a place for your cell phone. Take advantage of that because you don't know if someone's coming up to you to rob you. You're not going to see a bad guy 20 feet away from you going, I'm going to rob you. They get right up on you, and that's what they do. They sneak up on you, and once they're on you, they got you. Put your cell phone down. Observe everything. Look after your neighbors and report whatever you see, or at least help the first responders or the police officers, the FBI out there right now. They're doing this all to catch this guy, to get him off the streets for you.
That's right. Yep, definitely. I think that's a key component of it is to be observant. Be observant.
All it takes. Someone's going to see this guy.
What's going on around you? Be observant, protect your family, protect the house, and be a force for good out there. If there's ways, so many things that we do. We leave our car doors unlocked in certain situations. We're getting gas. They come up and they'll jump through the other side of the door and grab the purse and run. I mean, there's a lot of little scams where people can have their guards let down, and that's going to cost you.
And online
in the long
scams
run.
too.
Exactly, a lot of that.
People
careful.
Shouldn't pay attention to those emails that they get.
Yeah.
Or you may have won $30 million. You just have to send them a check.
That's right. You never know. So you give them a shot. You can try it out.
You never know.
All right. So another great show. I want to thank Thomas King, CEO of Florida Firearms Academy, Louise Harris, president of Last Research and Editing, and all of our team here at Salem Communications putting this show together. And please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Pack up some leftover food, carry it with you, hand it to that person that you see in need, and be a force for good in the community. We'll see you next time. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show, weekday afternoons at 5 on AM 1380. The Biz.